Hi students, this is Viswanath, chemistry faculty for NEET and IIT exams. In last class, we completed numericals related to compressibility factor. Now see the next one. Andrews experiments on critical phenomena. The scientist Andrews studied the effect of pressure on volume of CO2 at different constant temperatures. That means at a particular temperature, what is the effect of pressure on the volume of CO2, and at another temperature, what is the pressure effect on volume. In this way, at different temperatures, he studied the effect of pressure on volume of CO2. By his experiments, he concluded that he identified the critical temperature of CO2 as 30.98 degrees Celsius in Kelvin scale, 304.10 Kelvin. Critical pressure PC equal to 73.9 atmosphere. Critical volume VC equal to 0.0956 cubic decimeter per mole. Okay. Next, last topic in this chapter, liquid state. Okay. At a critical temperature, we can convert a gas into liquid state. Now come to the second physical state of the substance. Till now we completed different gas laws, ideal gas equation, van der Waals equation of state. All these are related to gaseous state of the substance. Now second physical state, liquid state. In this liquid state, molecules are attracted to one another and they cannot move freely as compared to gaseous state. Okay. Now come to the vapor pressure. The pressure exerted by the vapor present above the liquid in equilibrium with the liquid at that temperature is called vapor pressure. Okay, see this example, you can understand very clearly. In a closed container, liquid is there. If we heat this liquid can be converted to vapor state. Since it is a closed liquid, vapor cannot escape from this container. Now this vapor is in equilibrium with this liquid. That means initially only liquid is there. After heating off, after some time, if we start heating, after some time these liquid molecules are converted to vapor state. So after some other time, what happens, this place is saturated with, empty place inside the container is saturated with vapor of that liquid. So in that condition, this vapor exerts pressure over the container and also it is in equilibrium with the liquid. Then that pressure is called vapor pressure of that liquid. Pressure exerted by the liquid present above the liquid in equilibrium with the liquid at that temperature. At a particular temperature, the vapor of this liquid is in equilibrium and also it exerts some pressure, that is called vapor pressure of that liquid. Okay. Sometimes this vapor pressure is called saturated vapor pressure, as the vapor phase is saturated with vapor at this stage. This vapor pressure is also known as saturated vapor pressure because this place is fully filled, saturated with vapor of that liquid. That's why vapor pressure is also called saturated vapor pressure. Now come to the boiling point. This definition already you learnt in lower classes. Again I am revising the same thing. Say this: the temperature at which the vapor pressure of the liquid becomes equal to the external pressure, that is called boiling point. At a particular temperature, the vapor pressure of the liquid becomes equal to the external pressure. Here external pressure means atmospheric pressure. Generally atmospheric pressure is measured or expressed in terms of mm. 1 atmosphere equal to 760 mm of Hg. In terms of atmospheres or in terms of mm of Hg, we can express atomic atmospheric pressure. So at which temperature the vapor pressure of the liquid is equal to 1 atmosphere, then that temperature is the boiling point of that liquid. For example, water. Water boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius. What is the meaning? At 100 degrees Celsius, the vapor pressure of the water is equal to atmospheric pressure. That means vapor pressure of the water is equal to 1 atmosphere. So 100 degrees Celsius is the boiling point of water. Now say this, when the external pressure is normal atmospheric pressure, that means 760 mm of Hg, the boiling point is called normal boiling point. Suppose external pressure is 1 bar, the boiling point is called standard boiling point of that liquid. So remember this difference carefully. Atmospheric pressure is 1 atmosphere or 760 mm of Hg, that boiling point is normal boiling point. Or if atmospheric pressure is 1 bar, then boiling point is called standard boiling point. Now, normal boiling point greater than, slightly greater than standard boiling point, because 1 atmosphere is slightly greater than 1 bar. Okay. For water, normal boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius, standard boiling point is 99.6 degrees Celsius. Small difference, little variation. Next topic, surface tension. Say this, surface tension, the force acting per unit length perpendicular to the line drawn on the surface of liquid. Take a liquid, on its surface, imagine a line is drawn. To that line in the perpendicular direction per unit length, how much force is acting? That is surface tension. Units, kilogram per second square, SI unit, Newton per meter. The lowest energy state of the liquid will be when surface area is minimum. Surface area is minimum, then that state having lowest energy. That lowest energy state is reached when the surface is spherical shape. So spherical shape having minimum surface area. That's why generally liquids try to attain spherical shape rather than any other shape. And surface energy. Now, the surface area of the liquid, if we want to increase by 1 unit, then some energy is required. That energy is called surface energy. The energy required to increase the surface area of the liquid by 1 unit is called surface energy. For a liquid, if the attractive forces are large, the surface tension is large. Attractive forces are less, surface tension is also less. And effect of temperature, it is important point for competitive exams. Increase in temperature increases the kinetic energy of the molecules and decreases the intermolecular attractive forces. Hence, surface tension decreases as the temperature is raised. Remember, temperature is increased, then surface tension decreases. Reason, increase of kinetic energy of the molecules. Next, viscosity. It's very simple. If we consider a fluid or liquid, between the fluid, consider that liquid in the form of layers. The motion of one layer is restricted by the bottom layer. The movement of upper layer is restricted by the bottom layer. That bottom layer movement is restricted by the next to below layer. In this way, some internal resistance is present inside the liquid, that is called viscosity. The internal resistance to flow possessed by a liquid is called its viscosity. Coefficient of viscosity, the force of friction required to maintain a velocity difference of 1 centimeter per second between two parallel layers, 1 centimeter apart and each having an area of 1 square centimeter. Inside the liquid, consider two parallel layers. Those are separated by 1 centimeter. Separated by 1 centimeter and area of cross section is 1 square centimeter. So the force of friction required to maintain velocity difference of these two layers as 1 centimeter per second, that force of friction is called coefficient of viscosity. Inside the liquid, consider two parallel layers. These two are separated by 1 centimeter and area is 1 square centimeter. Between these two layers, velocity difference is 1 centimeter per second. To maintain this velocity, required force of friction is called coefficient of viscosity. Symbol is eta, that equal to F into dx by A into dv. F means force of friction, force, and dx means distance separated by 1 centimeter, dv velocity difference 1 centimeter per second, A area of the layer 1 square centimeter. Now units for viscosity, CGS units, dynes second centimeter power minus 2. 1 poy is equal to dyne centimeter power minus 2 second. SI units, Newton second meter power minus 2, that equal to Pascal second. Pascal second equal to kg meter power minus 1 second power minus 1. Now these are units for viscosity. Units for coefficient of viscosity same as viscosity. For these two, units are same. Okay, next. Effect of temperature. Viscosity of liquids decreases as the temperature rises, because at high temperature molecules have high kinetic energy and can overcome the intermolecular forces. That means they can overcome the resistance present between the layers. Hence the liquid starts flowing faster. So this point also important for competitive exams. Effect of temperature on viscosity. Temperature increases, viscosity decreases. Temperature increases, what about surface tension? Surface tension also decreases. Okay students, with this states of matter chapter completed. Till now we completed 4 physical chemistry chapters in class 11. Structure of atom, thermodynamics, equilibrium, states of matter. From class 12, 2 chapters completed, electrochemistry, chemical kinetics, and next class we will go to organic chemistry. Practice well, we'll meet you in the next class.